Good morning to one and all. Today I am here to speak few words. As you know, today is the June 5th, that is the World Environment Day. So, good morning to dear my friends, students, teachers and the principal of RV and all the staff members of RV PU College as well as the RV School. So, today we are here to celebrate a very most important day, that is the World Environment Day. So, World Environment Day specially celebrated to know and solve all the environmental issues which are facing today by the world and the population of the world, not only the population or the human beings but all the living organisms. Do you know when this World Environmental Day has begun means in the year 1972, that is the United Nations Conference on Human Environment was held from 5th to 16th June in the year 1972. So after that, every year on the 5th June, the world or the countries all over the world are celebrating the World Environment Day with a different theme. So now I am going to talk some few words about the environment. So Environment Day, which is also known as the Eco Day, and it is great annual event focusing. It is one of the great annual event focusing on the issues of environment and trying to solve them completely. It's being celebrated for years worldwide. It aims to engage and draw attention of millions of people, including political and health organizations from different countries across the world, to make new plans and implement them accordingly. It is very necessary to address the issues like wastage and losses of food, increasing global warming, ozone depletion, deforestation, pollution, urbanization, industrialization, etc. Its celebration focuses on especially on the carbon neutrality, forest management, managing greenhouse effect, promoting biofuels production, promoting biofuels production, use of hydropower to produce electricity, encouraging people to use solar heaters, use of solar system, promoting mangroves restoration and other effectives of environment. So, this is about the environment. What are the goals on Environment Day? See, day by day in these increasing population in the, not only in the India, all over the world, the increasing population, the luxurious life of human beings are going to decrease the decreasing number of other organisms. For example, one of the example, that is industrialization. For the purpose of industrialization, the people are going to cut down the trees. After many years, you can for example, for your future generation, you should not say that there was a plants in the world. You should not show the photo of a plants. For example, this is a mango plant, this is the neem plant, like that. For that purpose, you have to protect this environment. You have to plant a plant every day. Not only every day, in your surrounding, you should maintain a greenery so that it should be very useful, or it is going to give you oxygen. It is very beautiful. It's making a very beautiful nature in the surrounding. You can show your future generation not a photo but real plants. So today my theme is biodiversity. So I am going to talk on biodiversity. So first I will tell you what do you mean by biodiversity. Biodiversity means biological and diversity. Diversity means variety of life on this which exists on the earth. Living thing. Variety of life means that all living things on this earth are existing. Not only existing on the water, there are different habitats. For example, there is an living organism existing or surviving on the land, then water, then in the soil. So like that many organisms existing on this world. So these are the varieties of living organisms which are present or which are surviving on this earth. So that is the diversity. Then either the organism, the living organism surviving either on the land, either on the water or either on the soil. So the area considering where the living organisms are surviving, the area considered may be small as your backyard or as your garden or as big as our whole planet. That means a biodiversity. Animal and plant does not exist in isolation. That means animals alone cannot live in a, this is one of the area or garden or any area, cropland, any area in which the animals cannot exist alone. The animals are surviving there means they require the plants. Plants for eating the food, plants for oxygen, breathing, exchange of gases. So that's why, and plants are surviving there means they also require the animals. See, on this earth, living organism, for example, any animal cannot live alone in the particular area or the plant cannot live alone in the particular area. All living organisms, either it may be animal, either it may be plant, microorganisms, fungi, anything which are living, they are interconnected or interdependent on each other. For example, we the human beings are depending on the plants for our food as well as for oxygen. So like that only many animals are depending on the plants and plants are depending on the some other organisms. So this how I am explaining the ecosystem, the term ecosystem, where not only the living organism are depending on the living organism, but also the living organism are also depending on the non-living organic things. For example, plants requires the soil, as the plant requires the soil which is the non-living and the plant which is the living. They both are interdependent on each other, plant and the soil. So here on this earth or in the environment or in the ecosystem where the living things, either it may be a human being, animal, plant, microorganism, fungi, anything which are depending on the non-living things for their survival. So if one tiny species in the ecosystem becomes extinct, that means if any small organism is missing or is become extinct, extinct means vanished out from the earth. If it's missing, then we may not notice or think it's important, but the biodiversity of ecosystem will be affected. And all the ecosystem that the species belong will be affected. So, what I am trying to say means that if in the ecosystem means I had told you an area or a region where the living and the non-living things are interdependent on each other, that we can say the ecosystem. If any tiny organism, you can take the decomposers. Decomposers, either it may be a fungi, either it may be a bacteria. If bacteria which is also one of the organism, if it becomes extinct due to some reasons, if the bacteria are becoming extinct, then how in the soil, how the decomposition will take place? If there is no decomposition in the soil, then the soil will not get enough nutrients for the proper growth of the plants. So that's why each and every, we may not notice because we are busy in our life. We are busy in our life, so that's why we may not notice, but it's affecting to some other living organisms or in the ecosystem. So here diversity has some levels. What are that levels means? First we will talk about the biological diversity. Biological diversity refers to the variety and variability among living organisms and ecological complexes in which they occur. It is also defined as the variability among living organisms from all sources, including terrestrial, marine and other aquatic ecosystem. This also includes diversity within species, between species of ecosystem. Then there is biodiversity or biological diversity means it refers to the variety or variability, means different varieties among living organisms and ecological complex in which they occur. Then next here in biological diversity there are many different types of biodiversities. What are that means? Crop biodiversity, agri or horticulture biodiversity, herbal biodiversity, forest biodiversity, all are occurring at molecular, micro or macro levels. A synergistic understanding alone will make us realize about the economic value of biodiversity resources. Next, what are the aspects of biodiversity? Here, first aspect of biodiversity is habitat diversity or habitat biodiversity. Habitat means the living organism where they are surviving, they are adapted to that particular area. That is the habitat biodiversity. Life exists, as I told you, that life exists in the soil, air, water and other such habitats and biotic communities, and that is controlled by environmental variables. Ecosystem not only includes plants, animals and microorganisms, but also the ways in which they interact with each other and adapt to their physical environment. For example, river Ganges includes the fishes, aquatic insects, varieties of plants that have adapted. The next, habitat biodiversity, aggregate, it is an aggregation of different environmental types in a region. For example, a country on coast could have a diversity of ecosystem from sandy beaches with salt water, adapted biodiversity, to lush rainforest and dry desert, each with a unique set of species. So this is about the habitat biodiversity. The next that is the genetic biodiversity. Genetic biodiversity means the variation at the level of individual genes. As the heritable variation within means the changes which are coming from the first generation or transferring from the first generation to the next generation and between population of organism. Every species is a storehouse of large amount of genetic information. For example, one example I will tell you, number of genes in mycoplasma is around mycoplasma, which is one of the lower organism, is around how many genes, number of genes are there means that is 450 to 750. E. coli, which is one of our bacteria in which there is a presence of 4,000 genes. Number of genes are in E. coli bacteria, that is 4,000. This is the genetic diversity. Then Drosophila melanogaster, in which the number of genes are 13,000, and in Oryzae sativa it is about 35,000 to 45,000. And what about the human beings or the Homo sapiens? Means the number of genes are 35,000 to 45,000. Here the genetic diversity occurs. When does it occur, sir? When there is a variation either in alleles or in genes or in the chromosomal structure. Then some examples I will tell you about the genetic diversity. Due to the different number of genes or different genes in a particular species, there can be many different varieties in India. One example, in India, how many varieties of rice are there? Means that is about 50,000 rice varieties are there only in India, not all over the world. 1,000 varieties are there of mango. So this is how we are telling. And if you go for the human race, we have all over the world, there are many varieties. For example, Negroid, Mongoloid, Caucasoid, American Indian, Australoid and Polynesian. So in cows, if we say what are the different diversity, Halikar, Amrit Mahal, Angol, Red Sindhi, Sahiwal, Kankraj, etc. In dogs, if we see means Indian Greyhound, Australian, Dutch Dachshund, Dutch Dalmatian, Bulldog, etc. Then next, the last diversity, biodiversity, that is the species biodiversity. It is a variety of different. What do you mean by species biodiversity? Means a variety of different species of living forms in a given areas. For example, Western Ghats has greater amphibian species diversity, where Western Ghats has a greater amphibian species diversity than the Eastern Ghats. Species diversity depends on the number and richness of species in a particular region. The next, we will talk about what are the causes of why in the world there is a loss of biodiversity. That is, what are the causes of biodiversity? First, that is the habitat loss and fragmentation. What do you mean by habitat loss and fragmentation? Means it is a destruction of ecosystem by unwanted